VAR error again for Liverpool. Anthony Taylor and his team came under fire after Blues forward Nicholas Jackson failed to give Liverpool a penalty in their clash with Chelsea after what looked like handball. The opening weekend provided plenty of drama in the Premier League, including at Stamford Bridge on Sunday the 13th of August, when Chelsea hosted Liverpool. Luis Diaz's kick in the 18th minute was countered by Chelsea's new signing Axel Disasi before half-time, and the match ended 1-1. Both sides were caught offside in the first half. Goals from Mohamed Salah for the Reds and Ben Chilwell for the Blues were disallowed due to offside. The Blues were the better side for 90 minutes, but neither team created rich opportunities in the second half. However, Mauricio Pochettino had to settle for 1 point in his first competitive match at the head of his new team. However, things could have been very different if Liverpool had won a penalty in the second half as a result of handball signed by Chelsea star Jackson. Dominic Szoboszlai's left-hand corner kick was taken by Diaz from the close post, but the ball that hit Jackson's hand changed direction. Although the distance between Diaz and Jackson was short, the forward's arm was not in a natural position even though it was close to his body. Diaz's header looked like it was heading into the far corner, with Robert Sanchez spreading to his left in the prep. It has proven to be a controversial decision and one that Liverpool players and fans will feel very difficult about. According to the VAR, the penalty was not awarded for closeness to Jackson from the flick on and for having arms and elbows stuck to his body. Speaking at the end of the game, Roy Keane admitted that Jackson was a lucky kid, even though he believed it would be difficult to score a penalty against the striker. But Daniel Sturridge added, "I'm not going to lie, I'd be smoked. If I slide this in, it goes to the bottom box. Maybe I'm walking away with joy. It's going to hit the target, so as a player, when you make that connection in the box." Lewis Dunk conceded a penalty that looked like an unbelievably hard handball, diving to block a cross at centre-back in Brighton and Hove Albion's 4-1 win against newly promoted Luton Town the previous day. He didn't even look at the ball while he was making it. Given that this decision was made and the Jackson decision wasn't made, it's clear to see why fans were annoyed by the Premier League referees' lack of consistency in decision-making. Chelsea's clash with Liverpool also included some of the Premier League's new rules when it comes to opposition. Both Jackson and Alexis Mac Allister were booked to issue a fictitious yellow card after being fouled, while the game also lost more time in both halves to make up for the loss of time. The Reds have submitted a £60 million bid to sign Romeo Lavia. Liverpool's search for a new midfielder in the summer transfer window has made significant progress since journalist Jacob Steinberg failed to take down Moises Caicedo after an update. The Reds' midfield has undergone a large amount of surgery since the end of last season and now looks unrecognizable compared to a few months ago. Fabinho and Jordan Henderson made a few surprise exits to Saudi Arabia, while James Milner, Naby Keita and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain also left after their contracts expired. Meanwhile, Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai came from Brighton and Leipzig, respectively. But it's clear that more signatures are needed before the summer window ends. Lavia has been one of the top favourites among players linked to her transfer to Liverpool this summer. After missing Caicedo to Chelsea, it looks like the next best option to bring in as the new number 6. Now that possibility has increased even more after an encouraging new update. Steinberg claimed that Liverpool agreed to pay a £60 million fee for Lavia's signing, as the Reds are currently on the verge of their third summer signing. Liverpool have submitted a £60 million deal to sign Romeo Lavia from Southampton. Liverpool are currently the only club close to signing Southampton and Lavia. Chelsea will need to raise their offer, he said. It's great to hear this from a Liverpool perspective, but it's also clear that Lavia has yet to decide who she will join from the Reds and Chelsea. The Caicedo saga is proof that fans shouldn't get too excited until a move is officially announced. But it would come as a surprise if the Southampton star chose to move to Stamford Bridge, as reports suggested that he had already agreed to personal terms at Anfield. The time to play there will certainly be more difficult to come by after the addition of Caicedo, while West Londoners, unlike the Merseysiders, have no European football to offer this season. At 19, Liverpool shouldn't be expected to make a quick start in their squad. However, it is a fact that Saints is a football player who is described as absurd by the media and plays with a maturity far beyond his years with his ability to avoid the press. They seem to have been a bit slow in their efforts, and if he chooses them over the Blues, they will spend £10 million more than they need. The most important thing is that the Reds sign new signings as soon as possible, and Lavia is ready in the league to come in very quickly and visit Bournemouth on Saturday. In this situation, he will keep Liverpool's progress well. Another midfielder and central defender must come to complete the ideal summer hoped for at Anfield. The Reds have no one to play at number 6, and even if Lavia comes, they need another midfielder, because Lavia's alternative is also necessary. In addition, the problems in the defense line have already started to stand out with the start of the league. Definitely need a new defender to play to the top. Liverpool have now asked to sign 2 Real Madrid players. Liverpool are reportedly considering signing Aurelien Tchouameni and Federico Valverde, and Real Madrid is likely to make one of their midfielders available. According to Spanish sources, the Reds are seriously interested in the Madrid duo, with Liverpool preparing to smuggle Moises Caicedo to Chelsea. Tchouameni and Valverde have both been linked to Liverpool this summer, and Madrid are now potentially open to selling one of their midfielders who look like a superstar under Carlo Ancelotti, with Jude Bellingham also arriving. As a result, an offer from Liverpool could be tempting for Madrid. The Reds have recently shown their willingness to spend big on the right player in this window. A £110 million bid for Caicedo is poised to fail as Chelsea approach the midfielder. But Tchouameni or Valverde could be an exceptional replacement for the Reds this summer. Both Tchouameni and Valverde bring something very different to Liverpool's squad that is hard to match, and while neither player is a number 6, it's undeniable that Red fans will want one or the other at Anfield. As we know, Tchouameni and Valverde are world-class players and part of one of the best club teams in the world. Getting one of these couples ready for the transfer could be a huge deal for Liverpool. Tchouameni and Valverde are good enough to lead the Reds to the Premier League title talk. Tchouameni could contribute even more, especially given Liverpool's needs. With his outstanding physique and match-long energy, he can definitely level up the Liverpool midfield. Because he is more defensive than Valverde, he can play the defensive midfielder role that Klopp lacks in midfield. The French star was already a player Liverpool wanted last summer, but chose Real Madrid. If there is an opportunity now, he will no doubt make a great contribution to Liverpool.